Welcome to another...
Hey, screw you, Brian.
Wow. You interrupted the welcome.
I muted myself so I wouldn't accidentally do it. And Phoenix just... That was amazing. 10 out of 10.
Julian keels over dead. Which is convenient because the now three... No, you're gone. No. The Nacho Man was struck down by lightning. Next character, keep going. Rocks fall, but only Phoenix's characters die. But also the next three. I can do this all night.
Hey, now, that's spawn camping.
I got a whole folder I can put PCs in.
Oh my god.
Listener, that's actually not a joke. I do have a giant manila folder that needs to be held closed with a binder clip full of dead player characters.
What are they, trophies?
I've been collecting them since 2000. It's like dead PC Valhalla.
Brian.
Something tells me Julian's not making it into Valhalla.
Well, that's up to you now, isn't it?
I mean, it's your folder.
All right. Now, I am going to take this from the top. And so help
really?
me. Hang on, let me just...
Can you mute other people? There you go.
Now, I am going to take this from the top. Can Phoenix unmute himself? Yes.
I really just want to do it again.
All right, I'm going to do this again. Welcome to another episode of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. We find our brave investigators standing in a downpour. Outside of the dead house on Vashon Island. There, several bodies wait for further investigation. And of course, there is only one person in this group of brave investigators who is absolutely gung-ho about getting in and checking out some dead bodies. And that's gotta be Dr. Matthias Knudsen.
There you go. Dr. Jensen is not allowed on this island.
Well,
he's persona non grata.
He's got some people looking for him, on account of the fact that his name was painted in blood on somebody's bar.
And Dr. Matthias Knudsen, not to be confused with the other Dr. Matthias Knudsen, who has two T's in his name.
Now, we do have one important thing for the four of you to deal with. It is currently raining out. Now, I cannot stress this enough. This is not normal Seattle spring rain. Spring rain is very common here, with a little trickle or a slight downpour. We are talking heavy-duty thunderstorm rain, which is very unusual for this area of the Pacific Northwest. So, are the four of you planning on heading into the dead house? Are some of you sticking closer to the church and trying to stay under the eaves while Dr. Jensen goes corpse exploring? I think that's the scientific medical term.
I think I suggested originally that the quote-unquote priest and Julian should maybe chat or something in the church, and Dr. Jensen and I could go in the dead house. But then I was scoffed at.
Yeah, that's cool.
But,
priests love me.
I mean, you did carry around a Bible for the past 3 weeks, didn't you?
Months now.
I mean, you've never seen me thump it once.
We wouldn't be friends if I did.
Yeah, but what if he just thumped it by hitting someone with it?
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Laura, what about Mercy? Is she going to stay at the church? Is she going to head into this mysterious dead house?
She'll follow towards the dead house.
Okay.
Isn't it all her relatives in there?
It sure is.
Oh.
Might not have gotten to say goodbye.
Aw. Jeez.
All right. Bill, could I... Actually, no, wait. I don't need any check from you because you have the key. It easily turns in the lock, and you're able to pull this sturdy padlock and then run the chain through the various bolts that it's been secured to. Are you going to open that door?
Yeah, there's dead bodies inside.
It's like Christmas.
Oh, gross Christmas. You're never going to guess what's wrapped in this package. As soon as you do, you are hit by a wave of rot and decomposition.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who is going to step inside this building needs to make a force test.
What can I see from the door of the building?
It is completely dark inside.
Well, maybe Dr. J should go in with his with a lantern, and then we could have light, so we don't have to go inside. You have been voluntold.
Does someone have a lantern to give me? I don't have one on me.
I don't know.
I have a saber you can poke the darkness.
I did not bring the lantern.
Hey, Father Seiji, I don't know if you happen to have any lanterns or other implements of casting light.
He has some candles that he could let you guys take.
I shall bring my party the holy candles.
All right. So, I'm assuming Dr. Jensen is going to step inside.
Mm-hmm.
From outside, once he gets those candles going, you are able to see there are 6 simple cots that all have human remains. Now, each is covered by a gray linen sheet that is draped across it. However, it is pretty obvious that this is a place of the dead. In what might be an ominous sign of things to come, there are 4 more cots, each folded up in the corner, as if waiting to be needed.
Hmm. All right, I will step into the building. So I need to roll force, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this will be 9 dice. Out of 9 dice, I have 1 success.
That's all you need. You're fine. Now, is anyone else going in with you, or is everyone else either standing in the rain or moving back into kind of the eaves of the church? I think, Laura, you said that Mercy was going to head in?
Yeah, she's going to attempt to anyway.
All right, make a force test for me. That's one of her strong skills, right?
Oh, mega. Yep.
That's why she has the saber.
Right? Stab the darkness, that counts. So I have like 0 modifier, so I get 1 die, right?
Yep.
Fabulous. Cool. Gonna go well.
Gonna crush it.
She's just gonna stand very solemnly out in the rain, in the doorway, just getting drenched.
You still can proceed inside. You're not stopped by the door. But you do gain the exhausted condition on account of the smell.
Whoa.
I'm already exhausted.
Yeah, then you're fine.
Cool. Carrying on.
That's one way to do it.
And was Sofie going to head inside as well?
I think Sofie has a little bit of scent PTSD from the rotten teeth thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna stand in the door.
Okay.
Like, if she sees that Mercy is like really needs support or something, then she'll go in. But otherwise, she's just going to the door.
in the doorway will be enough that you will still need to make this test.
Well, fine. Fuck it.
That's the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got 5 dice. That's not too bad.
Surprised Sophie doesn't
Wow.
plug her nose with cheese.
Well, guess who is exhausted because I got all 2s and 3s on 5 dice.
All right, feel free to add that exhausted condition.
But what if I didn't?
Then I'll put it on your character sheet for you.
Cool, thanks.
I got you. Phoenix,
Brian,
you enjoy just some pleasant tea and some chatting with Father Nakamura.
like I do.
Mm-hmm.
They suggested going to investigate bodies, and I said, no.
He nods and is like, that sounds very reasonable.
You'll find that I am the reasonable one of this group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's actually not completely off base. Yeah.
That's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
That is 50% accurate and 50% wildly inaccurate.
Except for the time that he shot the spiders.
And got on the brook horse.
And got on the brook horse. You're right. That whole adventure, he was kind of off
I
his
had
game.
a plan. It was a good plan. It was a good plan.
50% of the time, it works every time. All right, anyway, back to regular horror. Bill, there are 6 bodies in here. Does Dr. Jensen do a thorough investigation of them?
He would take a moment to just kind of survey the room. Is there... to answer your question, yes. But he would try to start, I guess, with what it would look like the more... If there's a way to even discern, I guess, in this place, what might be a more recent body versus the other. So you'd probably have to check the sheets for decomposition to see.
Mm-hmm. Would Mercy be able to give him the rundown of who the victims were?
Well, so knowing that Mercy's coming in to probably say goodbye to family, could you, if Mercy's here for her father, is that right, or is it just any family?
Other family.
Other family. Okay, never mind then. I'm sorry.
So, assumedly, Mercy is able to tell Dr. Jensen, like, who these people were. I'm getting a nod from Laura, so we can assume that she's able to do so in her sort of quiet Mercy way.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bill, the people that you find are Deborah Reynolds, who was the wife of Clyde Reynolds. She is missing her left arm at the elbow.
And clean cut? Or jagged? Like, I guess, does it look like it was cut, torn, or...
It looks like it was cut.
Okay.
You see James Reynolds Jr., the 21-year-old son of Clyde Reynolds. He is missing his right leg at the hip. Robert Reynolds, the 17-year-old son of Stanley. He is missing his left hand and his right leg at the knee. Matilda Reynolds, 33-year-old daughter of Stanley, missing both of her hands.
Jesus.
Doug Wilson, 41-year-old brother-in-law of Clyde. He is missing his right and left arms at the shoulder and also looks to have been mauled by a wild animal. There is a 6th body in here, but they are unrelated to the Reynolds.
Can I examine the 6th body?
Sure. Mercy can relay that this is Otto Evans. He was a 53-year-old man. His face had a grimace as he died, but his body has not been maimed. Can I get an investigation test from you, Bill?
Certainly. That'll be 10 dice. Two successes on 10 dice.
All right. Then for your 2 successes, I will give you 2 pieces of information. The first is that Otto appears to have died of a stroke. All of the other victims very clearly died by maiming and dismemberment. He died by a stroke. And as Dr. Jensen kind of investigates this body and takes a look at it, he finds traces of yellow paint under Otto's fingernails.
I will kind of call over to Mercy. Is there any building, any house on the island that you know of that has yellow paint?
Now, before you do, Bill, you have been flipping through and looking at a lot of mutilated corpses.
I have.
So, I am going to need a fear test from everyone who went into the dead house.
Do you really, though?
I do. But,
Hey, Father, can I get a refill on this tea?
of course, remind me, what was your name again?
Yes.
Oh, of course, yes. So, everyone who is making a fear test gets a +2 bonus from having 2 allies in the same area. And you will roll either your logic or your empathy.
Brian, would this be a fear test related to corpses?
It sure would.
Excellent.
I will also have it known, once per session, I can give Bill problems on account of his scar of nightmares.
Oh, no.
Which involves a -2 on fear test, but I'm going to choose not to.
No, I get 2 more dice then.
He knows something really terrible is coming.
Because I've got plans. I'm only allowed to mess with you once per session, so I've got to pick my moment.
I got 1 success on 7 dice.
Okay.
Got 1 success on 7 dice.
Okay.
One success on 10 dice.
Okay.
How do you have 10 dice?
5 logic, 2 for army medic, 1 for brave, 2 for the additional people in the room.
Jeez.
I mean, if Julian was here, he'd be crushing it with his Bible.
Thumping it.
Yep.
Thumping it even,
Well,
yeah.
that's different.
I'm tempted to say you hear thumping coming from the church, but I won't say that.
Truly, it is the house of the Lord.
You're welcome.
So this is a Fear 2 test. As each of you manage to get 1 success, you may either push this roll, which will provide 1 mental condition, or you may take the result of the 1 fear, become terrified, and take a mental condition.
Wait. Huh?
I'll push my roll.
So because it is Fear 2, that means you need 2 successes to
Yeah, I
not
got
suffer any
that.
ill effect.
So you don't just take another mental condition for failing. You become terrified and failing. Oh, right. And terrified is like
'Cause
freeze or whatever.
Yep. That's where you have to freeze, faint, flee, or fight.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to flee
Okay.
because the smell. I think it's the smell worse than the... Although, Sofie has a academic interest in, like, dead bodies and stuff, but not, like, mutilated bodies. Like, that's pushing it. And it really, really smells bad. So, yeah.
Take 1 mental condition, and Sofie flees the dead house.
I will push. That is 2 more successes on 9 dice, so 3 successes total.
Okay.
Nice.
Can I transfer one of my successes to other people that might need them?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Not for this roll. And Laura, what is Mercy going to do?
She will take a mental condition. She's going to take angry. Because she's, visibly vibrating of just like, this is all of her extended family.
I mean, almost all of them.
Almost all of them. It's a good chunk of it. And it's kind of the first time she's seen them all, like, just laid out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to faint.
So, Dr. Jensen, you hear from behind you as you're looking at all these bodies, just excuse me. And Sophie's just leaving. And then you hear thump as Mercy just topples. And you're left standing amongst all of these corpses. Like, what's the problem with people?
I will pick up Mercy and take her back out to the church. Yeah, but yeah, I'll have Sophie look after her.
Now, since this was not a combat scenario, I'm not going to make Sophie run away for an extended period of time.
Thank you.
So you're able to just kind of like clear the scene and then kind of meet back up with everybody at the church. And Laura, after just a few moments, Mercy kind of comes to, but the smell, the tightness, the dark was all just too much for her in that moment.
She's just going to kind of be just like sitting down somewhere, just kind of huddled and just shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if Mercy's at least stable, Lucius will go back to examining the He'll make note of the yellow paint. He'll try to learn his lesson from last time about asking questions upon questions. And he will hold off to maybe ask the priest about any yellow paint or something like that. But so the dismembered bodies,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like they are all different parts or like unique parts from different people, right? So you said that one person was missing a hand and a leg up to the knee,
Mm-hmm.
and then another person was missing both their hands, and then another person was missing one of their arms up to the shoulder, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever played Dragon Age 2?
Yes, of course.
Because I feel like they're making a new Leandra from Dead Bodies. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
My initial thought just hearing seeing the different body parts was that like it was almost like something's being collected, something like macabre, almost like Frankenstein at that point. But
Now, Dr. Jensen does note these parts are missing. They are not with these bodies.
But it's something that was, but to your point, it was something that was cut though.
Mm-hmm. With the exception of Doug, who does look like he was mauled, all of the cuts are very clean. There's certainly like a hacking that has gone into this, but definitely like something very sharp.
Would it look reminiscent of someone amputating something, or?
Given your background, I'm actually going to give you this one for free. You've seen wounds like this before. These look like battlefield injuries. But with what has been removed, you do get a sense that there is at least a parallel to amputation here, with limbs being cut off in this way and in these places. But this looks like the work that could be done by something like a cavalry saber.
Interesting.
It was Mercy from the future.
Is there anything specific with the mauling of the one body? Does it look like it was like canine mauling, like dogs pinning a dog, like dogs hunting and like stopping someone, or is it like animals kind of picking at scavengers picking at a carcass?
I'm going to give you a learning test, but it's going to be hard.
All right.
You're going to need 3 successes on this one.
Oh boy.
Dr. Jensen is not a veterinarian.
That's just 5 dice. Okay.
Just 5 dice, he says.
Oh, given what I was rolling earlier. They add up to 6.
Yeah, it doesn't help you any.
No successes. I am not.
Would you like to push that roll, Bill?
No, I already have a mental condition. I don't need more, Brian. Quit pressuring me.
But you could break yourself to learn secrets of animal mauling. It's going to crack the whole case open, is what I'm saying.
No.
All right.
Okay. And then lastly, with Otto, the stroke, the only other thing that was the yellow under the fingernails, the yellow paint.
Yeah. And he had a visible grimace on his face when he died. And you could see it locked in like a rictus look.
Okay. Then at this point, I will pull the linen sheets kind of back over them. Then I will go back, close up the door. I won't fully lock it up yet, but I'll just close it and then go back to the church.
Excellent. Don't worry about it.
And kind of catch everyone else up on what I found.
None of these corpses will rise later in the adventure to chase you down. Don't worry.
I mean,
I don't even know why you would think about that.
Some of them, they're not going to make it that quickly. They have no leg. Others, they don't have the hand, so I'm not worried about them grabbing me.
Little did you know, Mercy's entire family, experts at doing the worm.
If they're hopping towards me, I'll just kind of take a stick and push them over.
I don't think that's going to work as well as you think it does. But don't worry. Again, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, see? Then I don't need to worry about it.
So, you rejoin the folks who are back at the church. Julian, you're having a very interesting beverage. It's a very, very strong, rich green tea.
Well, this is just delightful.
Interestingly, Father Seiji Nakamura actually had like a whipping up mechanism that he did for it to make it almost like frothy.
Did Brian do some more research?
Always. And did Phoenix almost make a dirty joke? Yes. So, the 4 of you are gathered again in the church. It is at this point, probably the late afternoon. It is hard to tell given the pouring rain. Are you going to try and push on and go somewhere else? Are you going to call it a day? What is the thought of the group? You have secured accommodations, and it's probable that Roy won't shoot Julian in the night.
Of course not.
There's only like a 15% chance. It's
Oh, yeah,
almost
totally.
nothing. What time is it?
You would say probably late afternoon at this point, probably around like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Did Julian mention to us that he was in the general store and there was, I think you did say something about you were in the general store and there was nobody there.
I might have. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
But you got the saber at the general store.
No, that was from Ballard before you all left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
That was when he foolishly tried to record the shopping experience.
Oh, fair. Okay.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Well, I was just going to say, I was thinking that he had told us that. And so I was thinking maybe we could go by there and like talk to her or something. But I mean, I guess since Father Seiji did say that they ran the thing, I mean, I guess we could either go there or if I doubt there's like a hospital or infirmary here. So she's probably
no.
just at home. So
Yeah, there is not a hospital on the island.
although I don't know, since we're not like saying we're investigators here, I don't know that we really have much pretext to like roll up at her house and be like, hey, please tell us the details of the incident.
Yeah, you do have a doctor. Dr. Matthias Knudsen.
Right. I mean, yeah, we could. He could just say, we were in the area and we heard about what happened. And so came to see if you need any assistance or something like that. If you guys want, or we could just call it. I don't know.
My recollection is isn't Mercy not big fans of the family that owns the side of the family that owns the general store, or am I misremembering?
I'm kind of smack in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was the two sides fighting over your dad's money, right? So
Not money,
Land.
but inheritance.
land, sorry, land.
I mean, yeah, we can. Wouldn't be the first time we've showed up at a place and said, "Hey, we're the medical doctor here to see someone."
Yeah, last time. And then so well previously.
Yeah, it worked out great for us. I'm gonna stay outside.
I see how this is going.
And Bill will steal all the drugs. Yeah. It's worked well every time before.
Yep.
All right, so y'all are going to head to the mercantile?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Well, on account of the terrible rain, there is something I'm going to need.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to need to make a learning test to successfully navigate there.
So I have 10 dice for that, but I also have 1 mental condition, so I have 9.
Thematically, it feels like we should be asking Mercy.
That is very true.
I don't know what your learning is, but it thematically feels like we should be asking Mercy.
That is true, yeah. I agree.
Laura, you want to lead the team?
All right. Look, before I say yay or nay, learning test involves what? Logic?
Logic plus learning.
Logic plus learning.
If you're using Roll20, it'll roll them together. If you're using physical dice, you'll just add the numbers and then subtract from any mental conditions that you have.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Mercy will definitely attempt to do this. This is going to go great, guys.
I believe in you.
Just imagine you're, using your saber forms.
I mean, what are the odds Brian has random encounters you might run into?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I like that attitude.
Yeah, Mercy's still a little bit discombobulated from fainting.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's 0 successes.
Amazing. Do you want to push that roll?
No.
Love it. I'm here for it.
Nope.
Your destination should be just a little ways ahead. It can be a bit tough to tell through the pouring rain, but you're sure you can see a little marker just up the way. But wait, hang on. What you thought was a signpost in the distance is just a bent-over pine tree. You turn, and there's a thick stand of pine as far back as you can make out through the rain. You pause for a moment, checking the ground at your feet. You have been following a trail after all, so you couldn't have gotten that turned around. Looking down, the washed-out mud is covered in footprints, so this must be a trail, right? Except they seem to be just going back and forth. Have you just been wandering in a circle? A sinking feeling of dread starts to fill your stomach as you realize just how lost you've become in the woods. Can I get a vigilance test from each of you?
Oh, goody.
I suppose.
I have a compass. Oh, I had a compass. I could have
sure
used
did.
the thing.
I wasn't going to say anything.
What? That's not very nice, Brian.
You wanted to let Mercy do it.
You shouldn't encourage us to fail. What do opera glasses do? I don't remember. I should look it up.
They do let you see further with vigilance. They would work in this case.
Oh, yeehaw.
It's very funny to think of, like, we're lost in the woods. Let me get out my opera glasses.
Let me have a look.
Sofie puts in 2 monocles.
Sofie, isn't that just spectacles at this point? No.
They both go in one eye.
Julian got 1 success on 4 dice.
Okay.
I got 2 successes on 7 dice.
Mercy got 2 successes on 5 dice.
That's a lot of 5s.
I got bad news, Bill.
2 successes on 8 dice.
Dang. Apparently, y'all are being super vigilant today. So, the 4 of you are kind of wandering, and take a minute to reorient yourselves. Vashon is a very wild area. There's a lot of forests out here. However, all 4 of you spot the very soft glow of a lantern up ahead. And also, just barely as the wind shifts, catch an unpleasant lingering odor.
Is there a particular... what does the odor smell of, Brian?
Dr. Jensen kind of pauses and sniffs the air a little bit, but with the rain coming down and the way the wind is kind of moving through the trees, he can't quite pick up that smell again. There was just for a second this really foul, rank smell in the air, and then it seemed to just flow away.
I guess we need to move towards the light, right? I don't know anywhere else we can go unless we want to try to keep wandering in the woods.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and call out to whoever is holding onto that light. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Can you hear us? We've got ourselves a little turned around out here.
There is no answer, Julian.
But I'm Julian.
You also note the light doesn't move at all.
I'm going to be really upset if we all passed investigation checks to lead us into a Boston's lair and we die.
Vigilance tests to fall into a Vosson's lair.
Well, yeah, maybe it's a house or something. We should go check it out.
Yeah, I'd say that's the only time I don't want to keep wandering in the trees in the rain. I mean, we might as well. It's as good a destination as anything else.
The 4 of you kind of carefully make your way forward, and you see there is a small clearing that's been set up. In the center of this clearing, there is a simple makeshift field tent. And hanging from a post driven into a tree is a flickering lantern.
I'm not going to the field tent.
Well, it's a tent, right? Lucius will kind of turn to Julian and look back. He'll shrug. Hello? 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 Is anyone there? Is anyone there? Is anyone there?
There's no response.
A field tent seems like a place where someone might perform field amputations with a cavalry saber. Just saying.
I mean, that's one way to interpret a tent.
Let's just take a closer look. And Lucius will take a step towards the tent, and I'm assuming the tent flaps are closed, or is...
They're closed. Yep,
Okay,
they're closed.
So, he will go and, using his walking stick that Julian provided all of us, he will use that to kind of open up one of the flaps to see inside.
Real quick, before that happens, like as you're getting ready to kind of poke at it, recalling some of the things you were telling me about your experience inside of the dead house, which was a fantastic idea. You should definitely look at more dead houses. I'll wait inside the church for more of those. Can I borrow your flask for just a moment?
He hands it over.
I'm going to pour out just a little bit of liquor onto my hand, and I'm going to smear it underneath my nose.
he was getting ready to slap you as you poured out the liquor.
It wasn't that much. You still might slap me. But...
Mercy's just kind of watching this little interaction going, huh, interesting.
I had notes for you could get bonuses if you did anything to cover up the smell or wore masks. So that would have given you a bonus.
Again, I'm surprised Sophie didn't plug her nose with cheese.
You don't waste cheese like that, you cretin.
Maybe that's what that foul odor was. Maybe just somebody having a bad time with pocket cheese.
Mercy's gonna kind of be behind Julian and just like brandish her saber like out kind of around the side and front.
Like around Julian?
Could it just be like under Julian's arm so you're using him just like a shield just to poke through?
Don't worry, I will let no harm come to you.
Bill. As Dr. Jensen takes a couple more steps right before he starts pushing open that tent flap, you're able to catch another smell. And there is the foul smell of rot and decay coming out of this tent.
So if I pick that up, I will pause and kind of turn back to the group. You might want to take a step back. Julian had the right idea.
You know what? As you say that, I think to myself, you know what? Julian did have the right idea, and I am going to take several steps back.
Running into me in the process.
You got this,
As long as he
Doctor.
doesn't run into the saber.
It's a good thing the saber was under my arm so that I don't step into it.
Julian just jumps backwards and impales himself.
This is a horror podcast.
You know, we've got shirts that say that. Speaking of this being a horror podcast, everyone is able to clear a little back. And Dr. Jensen, there is a lantern right there that you could easily pull down.
Mm-hmm.
You push open the flap of this tent, and inside, it looks to be the work of a serial killer.
Oh.
There are numerous limbs besides unused cots, neatly stacked and organized, some belonging to humans, and others to deer or other wild animals.
Dear God.
Looking at them, they all look like they've been severed with a sharp instrument. And as you start to look closer, you see that several of them have bite marks, as if something chewed and ate pieces out of them.
Oh,
Bill, can I get a learning test from you?
yes.
I'm also going to need a fear test after this.
Which do you want first?
I'll let you make the learning test first.
Okay. Logic is 5, learning is 1. That's 6. I am frightened, but this time I remembered to read my talent section.
Yay.
I can ignore mental conditions when doing learning tests. I'm not going to gimp myself this time. 6 dice. Here we go. That is 1 success on 6 dice.
Okay, that is all you need. Dr. Jensen, there is something painfully familiar about this to you. Looking into this tent, something resonates with your memory. You weren't able to immediately put your finger on it, but looking at the cots, looking at the way things are stacked, this is set up like a field surgery.
That is less than comforting.
And now I need a Fear 2 test.
Okay. Again, I ask, is this a fear test in relation to corpses?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So, 7. Oh, that was so close. 1 success on 7 dice.
Would you like to push that?
Oh, it's the fear 2. Fuck. Now I'm even more upset at the 2 close ones. Yes. No more successes.
Okay. So you gain a condition for pushing and a condition for the fear. Dr. Jensen also becomes terrified. Are you going to fight, faint, freeze, or flee?
I'm gonna the sheer fact that this is
Set up like a surgery?
yeah, and that there's a familiar aspect to this. It sends a chill down his spine, and he's just locked from there.
So the three of you standing out in the rain see Dr. Jensen push open the tent flap and lean forward and just hear a gasp come from him. And then that walking stick just drops out of his hand and he's left just shaking in the rain.
I'll run up behind him and make sure he doesn't fall. Just kind of grab him under the arms.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, doctor, come on. I'll kind of pull him back a little bit.
The good doctor is briefly insensate, but after a few moments starts kind of coming back to his senses.
You all right there, Dr. Jensen?
The sick son of a bitch is performing surgery. He'll look up at Julian. There is a seriously sick individual on this island. Beyond us.
Dr. Jensen, all of this, your name being on the building and then these specific murders, is there something that could this be someone from your past? I mean, it seems too coincidental. I mean, obviously your name wasn't a coincidence, but these killings seem, the manner of them seems too coincidental with what you've told us of your past you know what I'm trying to say, whatever. It can't be a coincidence. That's what I was trying to say.
Before the doctor answers that, Mercy's just going to kind of walk past up to Dr. Jensen and just kind of like, just really, really gently, just like touch his arm and then just kind of look at him and say, home? And just kind of like points to her and just says, home?
There is a look of, it's a mix of disbelief and panic. He kind of just shakes his head. What concerns me is that this is reminiscent of many field surgery tents. Well, not, he'll just gesture to the inside of the tent. But, and there were many during the war. He'll look to Sofie. I don't know what passed. I was a doctor. And I got captured, and I did what I had that was required of me. I took care of my patients. I did the best with what I could.
I'm sure you did. I didn't mean to insinuate that you were at fault for anything. I just meant, could there be anyone who had some sort of a grudge against you?
The whole war is full of grudges.
Of course.
I wouldn't be so. I mean, I left because I wanted to get away from that, from the war, from the familial bindings, just everything. But he just turns back to 10. I don't know who would be capable of this.
And does Dr. Jensen share what he saw inside? I don't think you've actually told the other players yet.
He will say that the missing body parts are in the tent, but that unless he'll stop and he's like, he'll just look very seriously, not so much towards Mercy, but to, well, let's be honest, not really towards Julian either, towards Sofie. He will just say, "I won't stop you if you want to take a look," but in a very dead serious voice. "But I cannot help you unsee what you see in there."
Ooh.
So I have two questions here. A question and a follow-up. I may be totally off base on this, but with Mercy's reaction and some of the questions that Sofie is asking, as Mercy approaches Lucius and I see the two of them together, there's no familial resemblance there, is there?
Between Dr. Jensen and Mercy?
Yeah.
Give me an observation test.
Observation. Okay, that is 9 dice.
Now it's Julian's time to shine.
You know how you were saying a moment ago, Bill? Wow, that's a lot of 5s. There's a lot of 5s. But there is 1 6, so that's
Okay.
1 success on 9 dice.
Julian is certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that there is no relation between these two.
Okay. The other thing, then, is a follow-up to Dr. Jensen, and he probably wasn't expecting this, especially judging how, when he mentioned, "I won't stop you if you want to go in there," and he was looking at Sofie. This is my friend, and he doesn't seem to be capable of doing this right now. I'm actually gonna smear a little bit more liquor under my nose, take a few deep breaths on the outside, and I'm gonna go in and see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Julian's stepping up.
I am going to need that Fear 2 test from you.
Well, fortunately, the power of Christ compels me, so I do have that Bible with me for a +5. And I'm sorry, remind me, what am I adding that to?
It's going to be either your empathy or your logic.
Yeah, we're adding it to empathy.
Yeah, I know.
Whew, that was a little close there. There were 0 successes on the first 6, but there were 2 on the last 3. So 2 successes on 9 dice.
Okay.
Nice.
Julian kind of steels himself before heading inside. And it is a terrifying charnel scene. This is going to be one that haunts his nightmares for a while. There is perhaps most disturbingly an orderliness to everything. The way things are stacked so neatly, the way things are placed so meticulously. There is a whole field tent though, so it is got a couple of cots in there, a small table, there's some like simple carpeting and blankets. Give me an investigation test if you wanted to kind of search the place.
Awesome. I don't know if Sofie was going in as well, but that was important to me that Julian was going to support his friend.
Julian was there for Dr. Jensen.
No, honestly, I think Sofie was trying to sort of steel herself because of she got so overwhelmed by the smell earlier. And then Julian stepped up and she's like, "That's great. Great. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
I'll just let you go then. Why don't I?"
Well, you might feel differently after this roll, because now we're on to basically a straight logic roll, which, as we all know, is Julian's best skill.
Right.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch, that's 2 successes on 3 dice.
Yes.
I think we all know Julian's best skill is winning.
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 So Julian is searching around here. Mentally, he is simultaneously trying to look through the place, but not retain any of this information for later.
Yeah.
This is going right in the memory hole. However, you find something. Hidden or discarded under one of the cots. You find a talking board.
A what?
A talking board. Also called a spirit board or a Ouija board.
Ah.
Okay. And I assume anything else is just gross and nothing else of note.
Quite intentionally, almost. There is nothing here that a human would need to live in the woods. This place almost has the appearance of being something resembling how a person would set up, frankly, what looks like a military tent, but with none of the trappings of someone who would live here.
Is there, as I'm looking, any ether or anything equally flammable?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I will...
Now, you do have that lantern, so if you want to just burn this place down, you easily could.
If you were looking for ether, I have a bottle.
I will not... So was the lantern on the inside of it?
Hanging on a post outside of it.
Okay. I will actually then pick it... I will pick that up. I will not throw it yet.
And feel free to add a lantern to your inventory as well.
And I will come back out as I kind of cross past the tent flap. Just take, again, a few deep breaths on the outside. My eyes are closed, just trying to center and kind of just refocus after that.
And the air smells amazingly clean out here.
After that house of horrors, quite literally. I will hand the Ouija board, or talking board, or spirit board, as it is sometimes called, over to Sofie. And then I'm going to go ahead and kneel down and just check with Dr. Jensen, make sure he's all right.
At this point, he's started to fully recover and kind of come back to his senses.
He'll look up at Julian. Was there anything in there?
Oh, yeah. As I'm sure you already know. I don't know what to do with that, but I'm just going to try to not think about it for now. It's this horrible surgery, but there's none of the tools of a surgeon. There's nothing that would suggest somebody was living out here. But there was, and I kind of gesture over to Sofie. Of all things, there was a Ouija board under one of the cots. And I don't know if this would make you feel any better, and I'm going to hand you the lantern. But something like that just deserves to be burned to hell.
He nods. We need to burn this. He'll kind of turn to Sofie and Mercy. Any objections, or... And if there's no reaction, he'll just turn and chuck the lantern at the base of the tent, try and catch it on fire.
Mm-hmm. The lantern flies through the tent flaps, crashing inside. After a couple of moments, you begin to see a reddish glow filling the inside of the tent. It burns slowly on account of the rain. But there's cots in there, there's blanketing material on the floor, so it does catch.
I'll just stand with my arm around him for as long as it takes.
You'll hear him mutter, "This was on purpose. Someone's trying to send me a message."
Mm-hmm.
Ouija board means something to you? Is that?
He'll just shake his head. I have... They're used to communicate with spirits, aren't they?
This design is a relatively recent development. I know that something similar has been in use for centuries, but something this polished, I've only heard of recently. In the past couple of years.
He'll look to Mercy. Is there anyone in your family that's interested in the occult?
No.
Anyone you might know that... Well, never mind.
Do we know how many Reynolds are left?
You do. That's information Mercy could provide to you. Obviously, Mercy herself. Presently, her uncles Stanley and Clyde, Stanley's wife Adelia, and their son, who is named Little Frank.
Okay.
But Little Frank is the last of the kids, other than Mercy.
This does seem to be directed at you, Dr. Jensen, but also clearly deeply involves the Reynolds family. I wonder if we should do something to try to protect them, to keep this from happening to any more of them. There are only a few left.
Now, I will point out, some of you have picked up a lot of conditions already.
I was going to say, I think we do need to go rest.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get back to the house, or...
I'm speaking purely for myself here, who's back up to 3 conditions now.
Uh-huh.
And some of us, for some strange reason, have none.
Yeah, some of us have none. I haven't picked up a single condition yet.
Well,
Aaron, now that you've discovered your compass, do you want to make a learning test to get back to town?
Yes. Okay, so that should be 11 dice.
Laura's just shaking her head like, Jesus.
I mean, thematically, shouldn't we have Mercy lead us out again?
Shut up.
Yeah.
You really want to have that happen? You really want to go there?
Wait till you see what the next encounter is.
Oh, holy shit. I got 4 successes. I'm sorry, I'm ascending from this plane of turmoil and death, and I will see you in the afterlife. Peace.
Tragic news. No, you're not.
did Sofie just invent Garmin?
No, but my clothes miraculously become dry and warm and toasty all of a sudden, right?
Aaron, what I will give you for having wildly crushed that roll is I will give you an option.
Ooh.
You may either get an additional advantage right now, or I will let you automatically pass your next navigation test.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the second one because I always forget my advantages anyway. So having yet another advantage to try to not forget is probably less smart for me.
I will make sure I put a note on my records as well so this doesn't get forgotten.
Yeah, me too. Yay, wow, I'm going to take a picture of this just because it's so beautiful.
And she never rolled another 6 again.
I know.
All right, so thanks to Sophie's skillful navigation, you are able to get back into town. You are cold. You are all a little damp. Some of you are not feeling great emotionally. Some of you are Julian, and you're mostly fine. This has gone right in the memory hole, and you're not going to worry about it. Unfortunately, Mercy's place is not big enough for all 4 of you. So you are able to head to Walloon, and she is able to head back to her home.
She was actually hoping the other direction. She was hoping that they would drop her off first. She doesn't want to walk by herself.
I think we definitely would do that. We don't, because we're worried about her safety. So
I was going to say, I feel like Sofie alone would insist upon that, if not Julian.
Probably.
Lucius is just muttering to himself and drinking from his flask.
As per usual. Probably with one hand over it so none of the rainwater splashes in. Don't want to dilute that after all.
I also would like to, while we are at Mercy's house, try to beef up her security, get her, maybe even take 10 minutes to like nail up something so she can have like a bar in front of the door or something like that so that she can't get broken into or something. I don't know.
Do we want to leave her with one of our firearms?
You could certainly
Out of my cold, dead hand.
You could certainly drop off a firearm for her. As far as setting up like a barricade, if Mercy was okay with it, there is a kitchen table that you can kind of press up against the door and kind of secure there.
Lucius will give her his shotgun.
That's good.
It's good home defense.
You can definitely kill somebody easily with a shotgun. Speaking from experience.
As a character, not Aaron.
I said what I said.
I'm just waiting for Mercy to like throw the saber at somebody and then try to bludgeon them with the shotgun.
If anyone with a legal background is listening, Sofie kills people with a shotgun.
Aaron just tells Sofie what to do.
Mercy will put the shotgun on the table, and then we'll kind of walk into the bedroom where there's like a little, like one of those footlocker things at the end of the bed. And she'll open it and kind of pilfer through it a little bit. And she'll pull out a bottle of Old Tub bourbon. And she'll kind of shuffle back into the kitchen area, and there's like a couple of, she was able to find a few cups, or at least what could hold a small amount of liquid without leaking everywhere, and pour a little bit into 4 cups and hand them out.
That's... Oh, go ahead.
Lucius will cheers. Like he'll appreciate the gesture.
Yeah.
I am actually going to excuse myself. This looks fantastic. I don't know if I've ever had finer liquor, but I'll be right back. And if I can, Sofie, I'm going to actually take the Ouija board back from you.
Okay.
And I'm going to like go if there's like, is there a bathroom in here, or are we talking outhouse situation?
This is a 2-room house.
Okay. I go to the other room.
So you go into Mercy's bedroom?
Oh, shit. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I am nothing if not a gentleman.
I appreciate your offer of booze, but I'm going to go sack out on your bed. I guess you're sleeping at the stable tonight. Bye!
You know what? No, this is fine. I will just kind of go over into a corner. And I'm just thinking about, we had some theme nights at the sporting house from time to time. And I'm pretty sure I saw how this is used. This is totally going to work. And realizing I don't have the, whatever it's called, pointer piece.
Planchette.
That, which is a term that Julian absolutely did not know. But realizing that I don't have that, I'm just going to take out, I'm just going to, pull out of the field kitchen, like the lid of a spice bottle and just set that down. And I'm just going to quietly, under my breath, so, can you hear me?
Phoenix.
Brian.
As Julian asks that, he's kind of huddled down in the corner. He's got both hands on that little spice lid. You feel a tugging under your hand. And suddenly, that lid is dragged over to yes.
Julian's like, shit, fuck, shit, oh god.
And here I thought the girls were always just moving it themselves. Should I spend more? Yes.
What does everyone do as they're watching Julian huddle in a corner with a talking board?
Enjoy the booze, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
I pull out my flask and refill my cup.
Uh-huh.
I'll pass my flask around to anyone else that needs it.
We're doing the equivalent of eating popcorn while we watch this happen.
Nope.
Except it's drinking.
No, yeah, drink. I need alcohol for what's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm paying any attention to you guys right now, so yeah, do what you do. I will again quietly under my breath. Do you know what's going on with Vashon and my friend Dr. Jensen?
It takes a little bit longer, and you have to kind of subtly move the planchette that you're using a little bit before it slowly drifts to yes.
Can you tell me who's doing this?
There is no response.
Are you still here?
It slowly shifts to yes.
Well, fuck. Is Dr. Jensen in any immediate danger?
I feel like I gotta make you do a roll for this at some point.
Fair. I mean, it seems like I'm trying to convince somebody of something, so I'm pretty sure I know what role that is.
Give me an inspiration test.
Okay. I can do that too. Folks, I'm having a good night. Not to be outdone, I just rolled 4 successes on 10 dice.
Hell yes!
Crap.
Woo!
So I will say, we are stretching things a little bit because there is an actual talent for doing this called Medium.
Yes. It's also called But I'm Julian.
You know, I hear they've heard of you, even in the afterlife.
But you know what? I did this completely out of character. The first question should have been,
Have you heard
You've
of me?
heard of me, right?
Right.
So you asked, is Dr. Jensen in immediate danger?
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a little bit, but the planchette moves to no.
Is Mercy in danger, in any immediate danger?
The planchette moves to no.
Interesting.
Is there anyone else you'd like to talk to?
The planchette moves to goodbye.
Oh, you got hung up on.
Well, I'll take that drink now. I will take whatever was in that cup, assuming that Dr. Jensen hasn't already finished it off, and I will be downing that very quickly.
Julian,
Sofie.
don't tell me you actually got an answer.
Okay, I won't tell you that. Except I kind of did. I don't know what's going on. It was weird. I didn't move it, but it was moving. I really always thought it was a scam that the girls were pulling back at the sporting house, but...
I always thought it was a scam, too. It was just really fascinating.
Can I get a vigilance test from you all?
Oh, fuck.
Mercy's not sure she wants to sleep in her house tonight.
Right?
Well, someone brought out the Ouija board.
Taking Laura's advice, I'm only going to roll 3 dice at a time here.
3 dice or 10 dice. There's no in between.
It's the Julian way.
Yeah, no, that's 0 successes on 4 dice.
Okay.
No successes on 6 dice.
No successes on 5.
1 success on 7 dice.
Okay. So, Aaron, Sofie takes a moment as everyone is kind of just like debriefing on Julian's decision to use the talking board.
Uh-huh.
But he left that little spice lid on it. And Sofie sees it very slowly moving on its own.
Oh, she will run over and, like, kneel down and just watch it intently.
And as soon as Sofie brings everyone's attention to it, you all see this little spice lid is moving across the talking board. And it's spelling something.
Are you going to give us the start of the word, or is it going to be for until next time?
Give us the freaking letters, Brian. God damn it, give us the letters.
It starts spelling H, E, K, I, L, L, E, D, M, E.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then as it finally hits that last E, the spice lid goes flying off the board.
In any particular direction, or just off the
Just
board?
flung off the board.
So, in theory, most likely one of Mercy's relatives that was murdered. But super helpful to not stick around and give us any actual information. Freaking ghosts.
Julian, you didn't happen to ask who you were talking to when you were using the board, did you?
No, I was trying to see if it knew that you'd be safe, Mercy'd be safe. It said you were. Or at least not in any immediate danger. That's the good news, Mercy.
Listener, you can't see it, but we just got a double thumbs up.
But with like Wallace and Gromit face.
Yeah.
It was a mildly forced smile.
I feel so much better now.
It's fine.
I mean, it said you're in no immediate danger. What more could you want?
Cool.
Other than not having, a super ominous talking board in your house flinging spice lids about.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I imagine we're taking that with us when we leave. Right?
Julian's literally just going to leave it there. It just takes his spice
No,
lid.
you will be taking it with you when you leave. It's going to get out towards you if you forget it.
Definitely taking the spice lid back because, I got some good quality cardamom in there. What is Dr. Jensen's reaction as we see that all spelled out? I'm going to kind of turn my attention over and just see how he's reacting.
I mean, he is so ambiguous. He's more in shock that he witnessed
Julian's plan worked.
Well, no, not even that.
It wasn't a plan. Let's be clear. There was no plan.
That's fair.
But he's still kind of in shock. I mean, he's to the point where now he's seen Vossen do ridiculous things, but he's not sure if he's ready to accept ghosts or spirits now moving a spice lid. So he is a little bit in shock, but also you can see a little bit of disbelief in his face of just he doesn't know quite what to make of this.
Sofie just, I don't think she would say this because Dr. J's been through a lot today, but she's just like, really? That's where you draw the line? There's fairies in the infirmary.
There's a Vatir in the infirmary.
But ghosts?
We can see the Vatir. What he'll again look at her just not. Well, sorry. There is a little bit of incredulity into that.
She's not really saying that. She's just kind of like raising an eyebrow at him, like,
But he'll look back, seeing the eyebrow. He's like, "Well, but do you know of Vossen that can do this?"
Ghosts are absolutely a thing. We've had a ghost on the podcast before.
Who?
We had the ghost of Rose on the podcast. Except Julian kept that very quiet and didn't let any of you know about it. Listener, again, visual gag. Phoenix gave us a really forced smile and then a thumbs up. Visual gags are excellent in an audio medium.
At least it lets me know that I'm not I'm not forgetting something as the player.
No.
So, okay.
That's usually the cause of my confusion.
So, the three of you are going to be able to take a little bit of time, but I will allow you to, after you rest, make a roll to determine what type of Vossen this is. The camera kind of slowly pans back as the group leaves Mercy's house. Is Mercy planning on staying there the night?
Yeah, she'll stay there.
Okay. I mean, she knows she's not in danger.
After she makes sure that stupid Ouija board is yeeted out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm definitely taking that. No worries.
The three of you depart, sharing ideas, talking about what Vossen this could be, discussing all manner of living dead spirits. You head towards the stables of Walum, and behind you, Mercy locks her bright yellow front door.
Oh, damn it.
But we'll find out more about what could be haunting Vashon Island next time.
What?
Shocked Pikachu face. .jpg. Good night, everybody.
This is what you live for, isn't it, Brian?
Every time.
Before you end up, let me just go ahead and wrap this podcast up by saying, fuck you, DM. God damn it.
Somebody has to say it each time, or we didn't have a real episode, Brian. You should be happy.
I mean, should I?
If you only have 3 haters, then as a DM, you're not trying hard enough.
There's our note to end on. May your haters number more than 3, dear listener. Good night. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. Our theme song is Myths and Legends by Robert Bruckmeyer and is playing right now. Our episode music is from the incredible Andreas Lundstrom's RPG soundtracks, and you can hear more of his work on the Sweden Rolls podcast. Our editor is Hannah Cheney. If you've enjoyed the show, it would mean the world to all of us if you could share it with a friend. Or an acquaintance, a stranger, even an enemy. We're not super picky. However, it is the single best way to help us get new listeners and continue to grow. If you've really enjoyed the show and you want to let the world know just how much, we're launching a storefront where you can buy some cool gear and a Patreon. You'll find the links in our show notes. We'll be looking forward to sharing more stories of the Vossen in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, remember the motto of the library. Fear gives way to knowledge. Knowledge gives way to wisdom. And wisdom gives way to the truth. Until next time.